Welcome to the Wired for Success podcast, your show for ambitious, mission-driven entrepreneurs who understand that there's more to entrepreneurship than finding the latest flash-in-the-pan strategies, who understand that in order to build your empire, you need a solid foundation. I wholeheartedly believe that entrepreneurship is the biggest self-development journey you can be on, and it's my mission to help you make that journey easier. I help you transition from a struggling, overwhelmed, and overworked entrepreneur to the relaxed and confident CEO and conscious creator of your dream life that you are meant to be. In this show, I bring together the very best from science, self-development, and entrepreneurship to set you up for sustainable success. I share my own experiences and knowledge as a molecular biologist and mindset coach for high-achieving entrepreneurs, and I interview other top scientists, coaches, and entrepreneurs so that you can get all the expert tips and strategies to help you trust yourself more, worry less, make better decisions, be more productive, stay focused and organized, and build your legacy. Hi, I'm Claudia Garbutt, the scientist and mindset coach behind the show, and you're listening to the Wired for Success podcast. Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of the Wired for Success podcast. Today I'm stoked to welcome Reem Kharbat, a serial entrepreneur, a business coach, an author, a fellow podcast host, and an award-winning knowledge broker. After more than 15 years of experience as a CFO and a member of the board of directors for a renowned telecom group, she was asked to quit her executive job on the day she gave birth to her first baby. In that situation, where others would have been devastated, Reem saw an opportunity. The dream of not having to worry about money anymore and instead working more productively and creatively to directly impact the lives of other people demanded her to make some tough decisions that would totally change her life. Reem is now the proud owner of three six-figure businesses. She got featured in Vogue magazine and top media and interviews well-known industry leaders on her top-ranked podcast, the Entrepreneur Accelerator. I have invited Reem to be a guest on my show because she is such a beautiful example of someone who had to overcome a lot of obstacles and challenges on her way to becoming a successful entrepreneur. And I think we can all learn so much from her. So welcome, Reem, and thank you so much for being on my show.
Claudia, thank you so very much for this, first of all, amazing introduction. Thank you. That's an honor. And I'm super happy to be here with you. I'm super excited for this podcast, for your mission, and for what you've been doing, because complementing it also with a podcast, seriously, I'm super stoked for it, and I'm super proud of you. Thank you so much for having me with you.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure. And I mean, we have talked a couple of times before, so I already know that you are a wonderful person and very knowledgeable. And I'm really looking forward to just learning more about your background and your journey as an entrepreneur today. So what I would like to start with is I would like you to talk about your childhood in Jordan. What was it like to grow up as a girl in the Middle East? And what did people in society expect of you? And how did you feel about those expectations?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that. As you said, being a girl, coming from the Middle East, from Jordan, which is a very small country, even in the Middle East, surrounded by war zones, like, it's like the most troubled zone in the whole world. Being raised by loving parents who both were teachers at that time. So I thought that we were rich people, but I realized when I was growing that my mom and dad, both of them, they barely made $1,000 a month, but we were raised to think that we were rich. We had ethics. We worked hard as, we always, me and my brothers and sister, we were like A students. But because of the nature of the country, the society, coming from, let's say, a family where we really appreciate hard work, and money was not something easy also to find all the time. I always felt that there's something big out there, but I was not allowed to, or I was not conditioned to think that I'm allowed to get it. So
Right.
I did not, like, the good thing is that my family, they were really supportive and open-minded, but the society, the conditions, or the nature of the life in Jordan in general, um, is we did not have the luxury to dream or think big. We did not even have access to things that will allow us to have this imagination, or to dream. But I felt always different. I felt always that I used to paint and draw a lot, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I even won competitions.
Wow,
Yeah,
cool.
I missed out, by the way. And that's why I was a dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
I love to express myself, and I was considered as the rebellion in the
Mm-hmm.
family. And one day I went to my dad. I was about to graduate from college, and I told him I need to go to the States to do my certificate, my professional certificate. And he laughed. He was like, what? Because first of all, financially, it is impossible for him. Second of all, like, how can a girl like you dare to say that you want to travel, and not just to any country, but to the States, which is like tens of thousands of miles away from where we are? And like, the whole concept was so weird. Why? What would people say about you? What the family would say about you? How can you go by yourself there? This is an Islamic conservative culture and society, and the normal thing for a girl to do is just to stay with her parents until she gets
Mm-hmm.
married to her husband. And the maximum achievement that you can think of is to become a cashier in a bank or an office clerk. So for me to step forward and say, I want to travel and I want to pursue my education, that was so weird. And the first reaction was a definite no,
Mm-hmm.
without even having to explain or to justify. But I couldn't, like, I felt that I had this deep desire in me. I literally, at that time, I couldn't explain it, like what was that inside me, but now I would understand. I couldn't take no for an answer. And I kept telling the whole world, like, when I meet anyone, they would tell me, what's your plans? For example, after graduation, I would immediately say, hey, don't you know, I'm going to the States and I'm going to get my CPA. That was it.
So cool.
And when my dad saw how obsessed I was with the idea, I was studying for the CPA, I was asking and getting resources. I was just um, literally sleep like 3-4 hours, just spending the whole night reading and checking things. So he felt how much I needed it,
Mm-hmm.
or I wanted it. He took a loan and he sent me to the States
Wow.
to get my certificate. That was the first message for me that I still, until this day, or the first lesson that I learned, which is never give up on your dream, no matter where you are, where you come from, who you are, what color, what religion, no matter what resources you have. You need to speak what you want to the universe
Yeah.
out loud, to people, to everyone. Don't be shy to share your dreams. Just say it out loud, and the universe will bring it back to you. Seriously, if you want it so bad.
Yeah.
So that's just a little bit about the situation. Yes.
That's such a beautiful and inspiring message. Thank you so much. I mean,
Thank you.
it must have been really, really tough to have this, like, this burning desire inside you, and also having all these limitations around you. So what do you think gave you the strength to defy all those expectations and to look for your own way, like for a way to create success on your own terms? Was it this big dream that you felt you had inside that just drew you forward, or How would you explain that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like that. It's something that you cannot quantify it, or you cannot just, it's not a tangible thing that you can explain. It's like a deep desire that you feel that there is something out there. There is
Mhm.
something that I I want to see, I want to explore, I want to learn, I want to get. I don't know how. And by
Mhm.
the way, this applies to everything in life. You
Mhm.
might not know how to figure things out right now, but if you want it so bad, you will figure it out. You
Yes.
will find a way. So it all starts from within here, from your head, from your brain and your heart. How bad do you want to achieve success? How bad do you want to make this happen? You
Mhm.
know, if you really want it so bad, you will eventually, whether it's you or the universe, or let's say if it's the law of attraction, whatever you want to call it or name it, if it's God, if it's the superpower, things will collide together, and it will shape a big force inside you to achieve things and to make it happen. It's like a deep fire inside you. I literally, I told you at that time I couldn't justify, or not justify, I couldn't explain what did I want, but I knew that I wanted so bad that I was telling people definitely, like it was a definite thing for me, that I'm leaving, that I'm going. How? I don't know.
Yes.
Why? I don't know. But I am going. I'm going to the States. I'm studying. I'm doing this. I always wanted to travel the world. I always wanted to see what is behind the border. It's
Mhm.
like living in an island, and everybody thinks that this is the only place on earth,
Yeah.
and it's like the best food, the best um, we think that we're only the right people there, and everything outside is alien and different. But I
Mhm.
was always fascinated by the different cultures and the religions, and it started maybe when I was 7 years old, when my uncle, he lived in the States,
Ah.
and he came for a visit with his family. And I felt that my cousins, it was the first time for me to meet them, the way they were dressed, and the way they were speaking a different language, not Arabic. And the way they looked, for me, I don't know, it was different, but I was fascinated by them. And I would like sit and listen to them for hours to see what language are they talking, what are they doing. And when they started telling me about America and about the country, I was like, I want to go there. How can I go there? But then I realized that, oh, I have to travel. And I've never traveled in my life. I've never went to a plane or something. And it's like very expensive, and it's like an impossible thing. So I
Mm.
was like, why was it impossible? Why is it impossible? And it started from there. I think that that was the ignition of me being fascinated by other things that I wanted to see and explore. And the whole journey with me from within, it started that way.
Oh, I love that so much because it was quite similar for me. So I grew up in Eastern Germany, so it was all, blocked off. So we weren't allowed to
Yeah.
travel either. But I was so lucky because my granddad, um, he was working in a position where he was allowed to travel the world. So he was actually the one who was allowed to leave the country and to see everything. And then he came back and he told all these stories about all these different countries, and it was just so amazing. And I just knew I wanted to see that too. So I completely understand where you get your
Yeah.
passion from. So I'd like to dig a little bit deeper here. So can you tell us what success means to you personally? What's the vision that you're working towards? So you always knew you wanted something bigger, something more, you wanted to travel, but can you paint a bit of a more detailed picture about your version of success?
I love that. I love that question because, again, it's also a relative thing. For every person, success can be defined in a different way. It's like freedom. When you ask someone, what is freedom for you? For a bird, freedom is being outside a cage.
Mhm.
Freedom for the poor, freedom is having more money. For the, let's say, if someone fasting, freedom would be having water and food. So freedom can be something different. It's the same thing. Success can be interpreted, or it can mean different things to different people at different stages. When I was starting, for example, when I was at high school, success would mean getting high grades at school and just getting, 90, above 90, because my dad will be happy and he will think that I did a great job. Below 90, that means I'm not doing any good. So success means above 90. After that, success meant to me to be able to, for example, to get my certificate from the state at that time. So at every stage, success meant something to me, but I realized eventually that success is one thing, regardless of what it means to you, or in what shape or form. Success in losing weight, success in finalizing your master degree, or at building a business. And sometimes for someone building a business, it can be achieving the first $10,000, or the first $100,000, the first million. So success comes in different shapes and forms for everybody. But I know for me, success is a decision. This is what is success for me. It is a decision. It's a decision that I wake up every single day reminding myself that today I have to succeed no matter what. Succeeding in carrying on my day, succeeding by shutting all the negative noise around me, or all the negativity, whether it's from news, whether it's about COVID, whether it's about financial situation. Success is a decision that I take every single day to be a good mom, to carry my business and serve my clients the best way I can, and to be able to hold on regardless of all the struggles that we go through, and to keep that positive culture inside my house and outside with my business and my clients. So this is what success means to me, and this is how I carry it every single day.
Oh, that's such a great answer. I think that what you said, like having the intentions, like the daily intentions about what you're going to do with your day, that is so important. And I totally agree with your definition of success, that it is this constant working towards being the best possible version of yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's not about comparing yourself to others. It's not about the money in your bank account. It's just really becoming the best possible version of yourself, right? And
Absolutely. And you said it, it's not about comparing yourself to others. You're competing with your own self. You're competing with the version, like with your own version that was yesterday and today. Like that's why even in my podcast, I created some solo episodes for me to document my personal journey, so that I remind myself, and of course I'm sharing it with all the audience and everyone out there, to see how I was and how I am today. And when I check it in a year from now, I'll see and say, oh my God, I've gone so far. I've done a lot in 6 months, in a year. Look what you can do in 6 months. Look what you can achieve in a year. Look what you can achieve in 5 years. So sometimes we forget, when you grow and everything that is happening around you, you forget to give yourself credit to how far you achieved, or how far you become, so when you look back and see the progress, this is what you really need to focus on. How did you start? And because we're all are in progress, all are in progress, success, self-growth, and development does not stop. So it's like a learning process. It's a journey that never stops, honestly. So that's why you need just to focus on yourself and focus on your own journey. You will be much happier, instead of wasting your energy and time checking other people's success while you're just sitting and blaming the universe and the destiny and the luck for not achieving, and just being jealous at your colleagues or at the people in the same industry, for example, for achieving things while you're just sitting and doing nothing. So absolutely, you have to just focus on your own journey and compare just to yourself how you were and where do you want to be.
That's such a great tip about the solo episodes. I will totally use that tip. And
very useful, Claudia.
yeah.
I got it from my coach, and I'm still doing it.
It's so good because it really allows you to celebrate your milestones along the way.
Exactly. And you need to do that.
Yes.
You need to do that. So whether it's in a podcast or whether it's if you have, I have a journal as well that sometimes I write. Also, if you journal, like you find the medium or the platform that will help you, whether it's a podcast, whether it's writing down. It's really good to remind yourself of your own journey.
So true. So what do you find most challenging about bringing this vision of success to life, and how are you overcoming those daily challenges that you must inevitably face?
So again, excuse me, I've been through so many challenges in life, and again, whether it's being a Middle Eastern girl living in Saudi Arabia, which is one of the most, if it's not the most conservative country in the world, I had so many challenges as a woman, as a Middle Eastern girl as well, or woman. Like, first of all, being a woman, in general, we have struggles that is,
they are real. Yeah.
And being Middle Eastern, coming from a conservative society, lots of struggles I faced during me growing up, and even at my work when I was laid off for giving birth, because my boss, he thought that I was too expensive at that time, although I was like at the top of my career. And so what I found that really helped me, of course, I'm a human being. I get scared. I have my own demons sometimes when I feel like, how can I do this? How can I survive? What can I do? You get these questions, or let's say fears inside your head. But what really, really helped me get over all the challenges and all the struggles that I've been through, and even as an entrepreneur, because when we started, me and my husband, we almost lost all our savings because we were both suddenly unemployed, me and him, at the same time, having a 10 days old baby with me, like a newborn, a baby, and suddenly me and my husband are both unemployed. That was super scary. We were starting our business, and we were like, we just moved to a new country. Literally, we sat together in the kitchen. I remember it was midnight, and we said, we have one of two choices. So either we break down, or we, like, the fear will hit us and we'll just collapse. And that means we will be in a state of emotion where we cannot take a rational decision. So we will be like paralyzed, and we know that. So we were like, either we do this, or we immediately acknowledge the fear, and we move on. And the very next day, we received a call from a prospect client who signed with us an agreement for $300,000 right after that, immediately.
Awesome.
And again, that was another lesson that I realized that falls also under taking a decision to stop immediately, like to acknowledge the state that you're in, to acknowledge that you have a problem, you have a struggle. I know that we are in a pandemic, we're in the lockdown. I will not live the fear. I acknowledge that there is this issue that I cannot control. I'm scared like anybody else, but I have a decision to make right now. Either to live with fear or to say, I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna be active and I'm gonna be proactive and I decide to succeed even despite of any kind of struggle that I have. So this simple thing or this decision helped me and my husband generate over 6 figures in the first 3 weeks of the pandemic.
Wow, love that.
Because again, the fear will make you paralyzed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or the thinking about the struggle itself and just focusing on the negative side. Where focus goes, energy flows. So if you just focus on the downside of things, you will not be doing anything. Your energy will go towards the bad side of it, and you won't be able to achieve anything. But if you just acknowledge it and you give yourself the approval to be like scared for a little bit, but then move on, things will be different. Having or adopting the opportunity mindset, not the scarcity mindset, opportunity mindset, finding the opportunity inside the challenge. So if we look, for example, at I forgot his name, but the creator of Uber, the application Uber. So what happened is that one day he was walking with his friend in one night in Paris, and he could not find a taxi. I don't know if you've been to Paris, but I've been there. It was really hard at night to find taxis or cabs there. So that was a struggle for him, or a challenge. Instead of taking it like cursing taxi drivers and cursing on the government and the world and everything, instead of that, he found an opportunity to solve a problem that no one was tackling. And he created Uber, which is like one of the most and the fastest successful growing companies in the world. The same thing goes with Fleming. What is his name? Oh my God, I'm losing names. But the inventor of the penicillin, the medicine.
Yeah.
So what happened, he was making an experiment, and I don't know, it was destroyed for something. There was fungus or something. I don't know the exact terminologies. Exactly. And then instead of, like, if someone else, he would have thrown it away. But what he did, he checked deeper and he discovered a cure that we're still using until today. So what I'm saying in here is that trying to find opportunities inside the challenges that you're going through is going to change the game for you. It will change your life.
I love that. I think you're so right when you say that it all starts with a decision, and then you have to adopt this opportunity-seeking mindset, because that will change everything for you. And I love that strategy, because quite honestly, I think that's the only way that you really get to see all the opportunities that surround you, because otherwise we will just be blinded by this fear and all the worry in your head, and you just can't see what's right in front of you. So I totally agree on that. Like what you've heard so far? Then stay tuned for the second part of this exciting interview with Reem, where we talk about seeking out new experiences to broaden your horizon, top mistakes entrepreneurs make that cost them time and money, and how to hit 6 figures in 6 months. Now, if those aren't great reasons to listen to the next episode, I don't know. See you soon. Thank you so much for listening to the Wired for Success podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please take a sec to rate and review my show. It would mean the world to me, because you would help me reach more entrepreneurs like yourself who would love this show. If you'd like to learn more about creating a widely successful business without sacrificing your health, relationships, or sanity, make sure to stick around and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And if you think, heck yes, I want to listen to each and every one of these amazing episodes, but my day just doesn't have enough hours, well, if that's you, I have something special for you. To help me spread the word about this podcast, I've created a contest and I'm giving away some super cool prizes for those of you who take a sec to subscribe, rate, and review the show. And one of the amazing prizes that you can win is to watch me create my brand new Get Your Life Back Productivity Powerhouse course that teaches entrepreneurs how to win back 1 to 2 hours of precious time each day so that they can do all the things they love. I'll later sell that course for 997 euros, but as a thank you for supporting my podcast launch, you'll get to watch as I create it for free. And just like that, you will have enough time to listen to each and every Wired for Success episode. Woohoo! To find out more about the contest and the other amazing prizes, go to www.wiredforsuccess.solutions/launch-contest. See you next time.